What's good, y'all? This your country cousin Pete McCorvey, a.k.a. Petey Mac. Man, get on up here. Pull you up one, light you up one, kick your shoes off. Relax, baby. You around family. We on the porch. It's Pete McCorvey's Porch Talk. Let's do this. What's up, everybody? This is your country cousin Pete McCorvey, a.k.a. Petey Mac, and welcome back to the porch once again. Man, this past week, y'all, woo. Hey, man, United States, hell, the world was, man, hey, we was going down through there, wasn't it, man? Hey, first off, happened, which is crazy, on the 24th anniversary of September 11th, Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Now, I'm going to keep it fucking with y'all. I had never heard this damn dude until this happened. But apparently, he was a big Trumper who had a lot of following in this, that, and the third. And yeah, he spread a lot of racist reticate. And apparently, which was crazy, he was big for the Second Amendment against people talking about the need for gun control, and he was indeed shot to death himself. Man, talk about ironic. Woo! A lot of people were saying that they felt that it was a hit on him. Now, judging by what happened, they said that the man was shot from over 200 yards out, and it hit artery in his neck because he dropped like a deer. As soon as he got hit, he just went down. So, oh yeah, that shooter was government trained, absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you like this: we know that it was a white man because he was killed in Utah Valley. Let me tell you something: the only black man in Utah shooting is a member of the Jazz, and the only thing he's shooting is an orange basketball through hoop. Cause this is what I'm gonna tell you: we can't even roll around town and pull out our wallet without it being mistaken for a gun. There ain't no way we'd have been able to go into a right-wing rally in Utah and sit there and set up and assemble a gun. As soon as we walked in, like, what are you doing here, boy? So some people are saying he got what it deserved. Other people saying this is it's bad that people are celebrating this man's death. Look, man, like Bubba Dub say, I'm finna mind my black ass business. They ain't got nothing to do with me, man. My thoughts and prayers go to his family, but one thing about the universe, boy, the universe when the universe say hold my bill, hey man, you better stand by, cause hey, it's going down. So my condolences to his family. Now we're going to move on to the world of football. This week was tune-up week in college football, which I'm surprised because it used to be the first game of the season was the game that they had the tune-up games. But I guess with week one being everybody so happy to see football again after several months of not having it, I guess all of the Power 5, it's a Power 4 now. I don't think it's a Power 5 anymore. All the big schools are like, look, we need to have that first game of the season be that show enough one to lock people in. Because, ain't nobody going to tune in for the first week to watch Oregon beat up on Main Street Tech. But, yeah, so I'm going to talk about three tune-up game scores. The first one, my Florida State Seminoles, who were 14th in the nation now after, knocking off them Tides. Well, I know it's not Tides, I know it's the Crescent Tide. But anyway, them y'all know people from Alabama I'm talking about. After knocking them off, they number 14 in the nation, and they beat East Texas A&M, which was formerly, until this past year, Texas A&M Commerce, 77-3. Everybody talk about, ooh, this was good, this, that, and the third. But let me tell y'all something. Y'all ain't holding my breath just yet. I mean, Yeah, we had upset against Alabama. And we beat these people 77-3. But this is the tune-up game. It's East Texas A&M. I'm not jumping for joy yet. Now, Bama fans, they coming out of left field after Bama beat up on Louisiana Monroe 73-0. Oh, we back. Oh, yeah, it's Bama. Bro, you beat University of Louisiana Monroe. Like, bro, come on now. Like, that ain't nothing to jump for joy. That's the warm-up game. Come on, it's not that big a deal. Texas beat San Jose State 38-7, and everybody was ranting and raving about Arch Manning. I'm like, dude, it's San Jose State. Boy, I see why now Texas was number one ranked, why this boy was so hyped up. They are just hopping up and down on that boy's, you know what? Like it's a diving board. They were supposed to beat them boys like that. Matter of fact, they should have goose-egged them. Good God Almighty. Now, these last two things I'm going to talk about, I just couldn't believe. Well, so Ohio State played a tune-up game, of course. But you know who they played their tune-up game against? They played their tune-up game against Grambling State. And they beat Grambling State 70-0. Now, a lot of times in a lot of these tune-up games that I mentioned, those bigger schools like Florida State, in the case of these games, Ohio State, Texas, these tune-up games, they also call check games. And what I mean by that is the opponents of the smaller school, they come in aware that they're going to get beat. And it's going to be like a blowout, maybe even a shutout. So what the big school does, they write the smaller school a substantial amount of money. They write them a check for a substantial amount of money. I'm talking about like 6 figures. Or more, because hell, I heard in the case of Ohio State and Grambling, it was a meal. They put a meal up on the table for them to play them. But at some point, man, you got to understand, like, you got to remember, these are kids, these 18, 22-year-old brains are still developing. Not saying, they brains are developed, they ain't, or those should be held responsible for action. That's not what I said, because, people be trying to say that for certain things that go on. They still should be accountable. But no, I digress. But you don't want to break your kids' spirits like that. And the Grambling athletic director who did this, man, I call for your job. He need to be fired. Because, man, you got out there, you don't care about them kids like that. Had them go on TV and get embarrassed 70-0 just for you to get a meal. And another thing is, I hate to say it, especially at HBCUs, because everybody was like, HBCU all talking about they ain't got no money and they ain't got. The problem is not with HBCUs one of the problems is with HBCUs getting it, because that's been a problem with HBCUs for years, because people get their education from them, donate back to them and stuff like that. But the thing that's also been big at HBCUs is embezzlement. So a lot of times when you see the HBCU, they don't have funds, they don't have necessary resources. It's because them presidents and them D's, they got sticky fingers. And the money never gets to where it's supposed to go. So for him to do that, now everybody was like, well, Grambling this, Grambling that. Y'all thinking about Grambling back in the day, like the 60s, 70s, and a little bit into the 80s, when legendary coach Eddie Robinson was coaching them. That's when they was big dogs. This ain't that day and age no more. It's a new day in the game. Especially with NILs and the portal. College athletics, especially D1, Division I college athletics, it is changing. The landscape is changing, but even still the landscape changing, I hate to say this, HBCUs are still going to be, they're going to be kind of on the bottom rung because they don't have that many resources. They don't really get a television exposure like that. So you're not going to generate kids like that, especially now with social media. You don't have, like, scouts don't really need to go hit the airplanes and hear about stuff word of mouth. They can just go on social media. Go to Instagram. Go to Facebook. Go to TikTok. Look at somebody's tape. But you can do all that. But that television exposure, ever since that came into play, you ain't beating that. And that's just something that HBCU don't got. But like I said, for that AD to put them boys on the line like that to get mollywop 7-0, yeah, man, you need to be fired for that. Now, this last game I'm about to talk about, that was a quote-unquote tune-up game. Oh, this came back and bit the person who tried to use this as a tune-up game in their ass. The University of South Florida Bulls upset number 13 Florida Gators 18-16 in Gainesville. Man, hey, USF, them boys busting heads. They come for blood this year. First it was they beat the shit out of Boise, like 34-7 first game of the season. Now to upset Florida 18-16 in Florida's home stadium. Hey, them boys ain't playing, man. Them boys is coming to kill this year. But South Florida always does it. They always be up and down. I'm going to say this about South Florida. South Florida is the college football as Gonzaga is to basketball. They had them years, they busting head, then they'll go in the dumps for about a couple of seasons. In a couple of seasons, they'll be up there back at the top, or back in title contention or ranked. Then they go to being a cellar dweller once again. So USF, because everybody talking about USF, because I remember a couple years ago, I don't know if y'all remember when they went gun for gun with Miami, and then the college, the power that beat NCAA, oh, we need to cancel the game, we need to postpone the game because it's raining real bad. It's raining real bad in South Florida. That's like telling me the sun is going to come up every morning. So, yeah. Hey, but man, shout out to USF Bulls, man. Hey, and Miami Hurricanes, hey, y'all on the clock. Them boys got you on the clock. So, y'all better eat y'all Wheaties and say y'all prayers, because USF, like Hulk Hogan, I'm not like Booker T said about Hulk Hogan, they coming for you, nigga. Man, now, we finna go to the world of celebrities, man. Boy, this shit, woo, these celebrities getting on my damn nerves, man. First off is Young Thug. Y'all been following all the the legal trials and tribulations of Young Thug. Once again, he back. This man got caught on the phone with his girlfriend, Mariah, the scientist. Calling from jail, his call got leaked. This man right here, some of the stuff he was saying, I'm just like, whew. Ladies, let me tell you something. What he was talking about and doing on the phone with Mariah the scientist, that is sassy. Y'all love and quick to call men sassy. That, ladies, is an example of a man being sassy. He's sitting there talking to her, telling her how Glorilla ain't that, like Glorilla, y'all know the rapper Glorilla from Memphis, doing a big one. Just had her endorsement deal with Checkers, which I love that, because she went from working at Checkers to now she's selling Checker burgers, making millions of dollars. I love this young lady's story. Talking about she ain't all that cute, she ugly and all this, that, and the third. And Mariah the scientist, she just egging it on and laughing and kiki and hollering. That type of shit is sassy, ladies. Not because a man stands up to you and calls you out for being rude. Not because a man don't give you money like an ATM. Not because he expects you to be feminine and submissive. Shit like that, like cackling like a hen and kicking and shit and gossiping with your girl. That's sassy. And then Mariah the scientist so damn silly. She don't even realize this man is straight up telling you, I want that woman. She trying to weigh in and chime in, oh, you don't like them type of girl. Baby, he telling you the type of woman he want. He basically sitting there straight up telling you, I want that girl. And that's why he got mad. Then try to issue a BS apology when he found out that it got leaked, which I don't understand. As many of y'all claim that y'all street and all that, y'all get locked up, y'all know them phone calls are recorded. I don't know how many of y'all know. I ain't even been to jail, but I got people that's in jail. They say, hey man, I don't never discuss nothing on the phone because all them calls are recorded. I'm going to be honest with you. And I do know the government do be monitoring all y'all stuff, right? I mean, they monitor. I mean, they don't monitor everything, but they monitor your stuff. They do. We all know they do. Like, it ain't no secret. We all know. So, yeah, y'all, he doing that. And then, this is what he also did. Not only did he do something sassy, he did something bitch made. He was sitting there talking about Future, how don't take care of his kids and all that. And they was talking about everybody saying, they gonna say this, these dude did it backward. These dude did it backward. You know, they nutted in the girls after they got famous. I nutted in the girl before I got famous. You know, I'm like, nigga, that ain't, what? It's still foolish. He's sitting there telling this girl to her face, and she just refused to get it. That's why I be saying all this, that man said. And then on top of that, I don't know why y'all surprised by this. The nigga put on a dress. And I'm going to say this because, like, a lot of people been saying a lot of stuff out of Atlanta lately. They talking about, oh, they doing a lot of gay stuff out of Atlanta lately. What the hell y'all mean lately? They been doing gay shit out of Atlanta for at least a decade. When I was living there, they was doing it. Atlanta is the gay capital of the South. It is the southern version of San Francisco. But all of a sudden, y'all seen that article a couple of weeks ago. I saw an article talking about men in Atlanta wearing skirts. They been doing that. The hell y'all talking about? Like, how y'all gonna sit there and be cracking jokes about Atlanta and all the gay shit y'all think, which Atlanta is gay, but it ain't as gay as people say it is. But then turn around, I'm shocked they're wearing dresses. You shocked that the gay capital of the South, men are wearing dresses? Boy, y'all, I swear to God, like every day, y'all prove that the movie Idiocracy is really a documentary. Because y'all will say and do some of the dumbest shit. And then y'all believe that a lot, like Thug said, oh, I had that dress on because I had a chopper I was trying to hold. You can have a chopper with a damn trench coat. You can have a chopper with a pea coat. Matter of fact, I think E40 somebody from the base, they got the chopper and the pea coat. So, you ain't have to put no dress. Like, boy, stop the madness. Just stop it. Talk about Future and his kids. Sierra revealed this past week that she is changing her son, Future Jr., she's changing his name from Hendrix to Wilson. And some people went in an uproar. The main person who spoke out again was Channing Crowder. Channing Crowder pissed me off because all of a sudden here comes this lame argument again that he has about Russell Wilson. And I'm going to tell y'all this. I got mixed emotions on this topic. Now, let me just say for the record, I agree with Channing Crowder on what he said about Russell Wilson being lame. Because he's right. He's 100% right. And he even said, I'm not saying anything about the man being upstanding. Black man take care of his kids. I say he a good dude, but they said, come on, y'all know he lame, and I'm double down. I'm not going to back down. And I agree with him, because, like, I'm going to say this. Russell loving on his wife publicly, loving on his kids publicly, being a strong, upstanding black man. That is not lame. That is actually, I applaud that man for that. And I love that he's showing people that hood is not synonymous with black, which with a lot of y'all think he lame. Let's keep it funky. A lot of y'all mad because he ain't hood, which y'all find synonymous with black, which is synonymous with cool. That's not why I think he is like, I think he lame because of some of the stuff he do, like run up and down the plane before the game, dressing up to my he a superhero and shit like that. All that is what make, I do think he lame. Don't make him a bad guy, I think he lame. And I agree with Channing Crowder. The reason I'm just coming at Channing Crowder, because nigga, I'm tired of you talking about it. Damn! Let that man go live in peace. Let him live in peace. I don't like this shit. I think the shit he do is lame. But I don't give a damn about what that man does. That man is living his life. He is married to a very beautiful woman. He got millions of dollars in the bank. He got beautiful, healthy kids. Leave him the fuck alone and shut up about him. Damn. That's all you got to talk about. It's just like how they be putting up them statuses. Nobody. Nobody colon. Nothing. Channing Crowder. Russell Wilson lame. Nigga, why do you care? You like one of them little kids who made fun of kids, especially you see it in the black community all the time. Made fun of kids because, both of your parents live in your house and you grew up in the suburbs. You didn't have to struggle. Nigga, why is that something to be ashamed of? There's nothing to be ashamed of. And you sound stupid, keep bugging somebody about it. The man sound like he jealous of the man. He really does. And it's getting on my nerves, man, for real. You just as about as knowing as the other person who came out the woodwork this week. Aisha Curry, who came back on, I wasn't attracted to Steph, and I thought it was going to be me. He said he wanted, oh my God. You and her both need to go on a damn, y'all need to go take a long walk off a short pick, because I'm sick of both of y'all light-skinned niggas. For real. Y'all are two of the reasons why don't nobody like light-skinned niggas. Both of y'all. Go find something else to talk about. Y'all are getting on our nerves talking about the same thing over and over again. Shut up. Damn. Like the kids say, man, go touch some grass, man. Shit, go smoke some grass. Leave Russell Wilson alone. Let him love his wife and his kids. But you know what the funny thing was about all this, about Sierra changing Future's name? Somebody found it, I think it was a tweet or something. And I'm hoping that it was for real. It said Future, and the tweet read, I don't give a fuck. Congratulations. Boy, that shit was hilarious. It's messed up, but that is hilarious. But yo, Channing Crowder, leave them people alone, man. Go mind your business and mind your mouth, dog. For real. People tired of hearing that shit. Find something else to talk about. In the world of music, Joyner Lucas released a new video for his song Nevermind. And in that video, he had my wife in there. Y'all know my wife is. You know, she was just on Melissa Ford's Hot and Bothered podcast. Looking good. And he had Maya on there. And she was looking good, but she had a little black little nightie on with like a lace, like little, ooh, Lord, ooh, child, I'm just, ooh, y'all excuse me, I drooled a little bit, looking good. The only thing I just didn't like, I thought she was gonna be singing the hook or something. But like I said, the song's called Nevermind, and it's telling about two people who are not in love with each other. And the first verse, he spits from the woman's point of view, like the man don't do this no more. He ain't this, he ain't the man I feel in love with, blah blah blah. And then it switches to the woman, and then she starts spitting about how this guy ain't the man I love no more, this, that, and the third, he's somebody different, blah, 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 blah. And, of course, you know, it's Jordan Lucas rapping. So, in the first verse in the video, you see Maya. She's rapping, well, she's not rapping, she's lip-syncing from the woman's point of view, and we got Jordan Lucas's voice being heard, him spitting. I mean, I thank you for putting the woman in the video, and we got to see her for 3.5 minutes, just looking how she looked, fine as hell. Bro, I'm trying to hear your voice come out of her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, good song, I love the song, but we thank you for putting it in there. We really do, you know, because every time I look at it, I know God is good. But bro, we could have let us on the hook or something. We could have heard the voice or something. But yeah, he did his big one with that song, and by putting. I just like the fact that he was able to put her in there, talk her into being in his video without, you know, her having to do it just like, hey, I just need you for eye candy. And she was like, bet, say less. So shouts out to him for that. Yeah, he doing his big one. Like, you know, he had Regina King in the video. Yes, he had another person in the 90s hot in the video. I can't think of who it is right off the top of my head. But yeah, everybody say he going around getting all our 90s crushing. I ain't mad at him. Do your thing, bro. Before I get out of here, we're going to talk about another thing dealing with music. We're going to talk about the movie Highest to Lowest. That stars, you know, Denzel Washington, the underrated Jeffrey Wright, Ilfanish Hadera. For those y'all don't know, that's Mamie Johnson from A Godfather of Harlem. We got Michael Potts, who y'all don't know, that's Brother Malzone. Dean Winters, for those y'all don't know, y'all watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's the Vulture, and also you know him from the Allstate commercials. It's Allstate commercials. I can't remember. He's insurance. He's Mayhem. And yeah, and also featuring Rakim Mayers, a.k.a. A$AP Rocky. And man, they had cameos from a lot of people in there. Man, we had a cameo from Rick Fox, Rod Strickland, Ice Spice, who didn't do too bad, Wendell Pierce, a.k.a. that's Bunk from The Wire, Anthony Ramos, Rosie Perez, Nick Turturro. We knew he was going to pop up because he always popping up in the Spike Lee movie. Him and his brother John. And Princess Nokia. Man, I know a lot of people saying they thought it was a bad movie. I thought it was a good movie, man. I really did think it was a good movie. It stars Denzel. He's a CEO of a record company, and he's known for having the best ear in the business. He thinks his son apparently gets kidnapped, but it turns out that the guy snatched the wrong kid up. His driver, who's played by Jeffrey Wright, gets his son snatched up, and now they want to give them, they want David, who, Denzel's character, to give up the money, but he's like, nah, I ain't just necessarily give him the money. And it faces a more dilemma, and it's like, I got all kind of complex. It's just showing you how the music industry is, just showing you how people just all in your face, wanting you to listen to you. You know, they really ain't letting you have time, and how music executives, how sometimes selfish and cold they gotta be, and how it affects those around him, and what will people do to be seen. Cause like A$AP Rocky's character plays somebody from the street that's rapping named Young Felon, and he's the one, I'm gonna just say this, that orchestrated the kidnapping because he was trying to get David's attention. And he even said in one of the scenes, I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened. He said, attention, that's the new money. He said, attention, new form of payment. I'm like, yeah. So it's showing all the stuff they got to do. And this kid don't realize you just committed, like, pun intended, a felony. Just because you want attention, because you're trying to get buzz for your music. It just, you need to watch it. Just shows how cutthroat the business is, how the disillusion people can get when trying to pursue their dreams and stuff like that. It's just, for anybody who is trying to get into music and kind of want an idea of what the music industry is like, especially in the social media age, definitely look at High to Low. I thought it was good because I know, like I said, a lot of people don't like Spike Lee. Well, everybody knows Spike Lee movies are hit and miss. So he may do good, then he may be like, Spike, what the fuck is this you gave us? I'm going to tell you one reason I like the movie. Number one reason I like the movie is we got to see Denzel Washington as a native New Yorker. We got to see him in New Yorker mode for the first time, and I don't know when. Like the afflictions in his voice, his mannerisms, his attitude. Even one scene they showed him wearing a Yankees fitted backward, and it looked perfect. So we got to see the New Yorker in Denzel. Like when he said in that interview he had with Jamie Foxx a couple of years ago, I'm from round the way. We could tell he from round the way in this movie. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it still showed the essence of New York. Even though New York has gone through some changes, it's more gentrified now, you still got to see a couple of things that showed the essence of it. Like people in the streets, day to day in the street, catching the train, the Puerto Rican Day Parade, crazy Yankees fans. It's like, yeah, New York, we ain't got as much flavor as we used to be, but it ain't gone. So that's why I like this. And of course with Spike, he gonna always have amazing visuals. He had great visuals. When they talk about like books or movies, they're close up on it, and just seeing New York from that angle and all from his point of view, he gonna always show New York his point of view because that's his baby, especially Brooklyn. And like I said before, it showed how music is changing in the social media area. It's the Wild West, man, for real. And definitely showed us, based on what transpired in there, that attention is deadly. People will die trying to get attention. So like I said, I like the movie. I give it a strong 7.5, soft 8. It ain't one of his best works, but it definitely ain't bamboozled, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, man, that's been my time on the porch with y'all, man. Thanks for kicking it. Y'all can find me on Facebook. My name. Look up my name. Find me on Instagram, PDMac10, PETEYMAC10. Y'all can find me on TikTok, PDMac89. Same as Instagram. Just drop the 1 to 0, put an 8 to 9 there. Likes my posts, comment, share, but most of all, subscribe. Until next week, y'all be cool, stay calm, and get paid. We out of here.